I can do the go Zips. Go Zips. Good morning. I have to do this every year. I got to turn this thing so you guys can see me. Welcome to a short gathering this morning just to get started on a beautiful day in Akron and at the University of Akron, and the beginning of what I believe is going to be a fantastic academic year, and one that is going to be filled with a lot of exciting accomplishments. So I just wanted to have a chance for you to reunite with each other, those of you who can. I know some departments are in meetings and others. I want to celebrate a little bit together with you, and I want to take a few minutes just to look beyond last year and to the beginning of this year. Let me introduce a few people here. I did not see anybody from the Board of Trustees here, but if there are any. You see any, Paul? I don't see, yeah. I think some of them are coming to convocation. I want to just give a shout out to some of our leaders that are in the room that have worked really hard this summer on many, many issues of the university. Matt Akers is here. Matt, where are you? Is our government, there you are. Oh, the one with the beard. Matt Akers holds the world record for rate of beard growth. It's an actual thing, it really is. Last year we had a lot of interaction with the legislature around things that mean a lot to us at the university, and Matt was right in the middle of that, and we appreciate it. We have a new colleague with us, Dr. Sue Bausch. I know she's here. I think I saw her. Sue, there you are, who's VP for Research, Business Engagement, Dean of the Graduate School. She will also serve as my designee president and chair of the board of the Research Foundation. And let's give her a round of applause and welcome her to our Chief Communications Officer is here, Tammy Ewan. Where's Tammy? Back there. And she is, yes, good. Professor of Psychology and Chief of Staff and Vice President, Mr. Paul Levy is here. Paul's doing a great job, and we're glad to have him. I want to, the provost is not here this morning because of a family challenge. John Messina, Dr. Messina, where's John? He's been really busy getting ready for the students. We learned this morning that our housing requests continue to go up, so we got a little positive sign there. And we have, I think, had one of the most exciting and excited groups of student leaders that we've had in many years. Came in early, so we're going to have a pretty lively convocation out here shortly, and I hope everybody can make it. Dean Niemer's here somewhere. There he is over there. He has agreed to get me some more golf balls. Fideria Nicholson-Sweevil is here. Where's Fideria? There she is, Dean of the... Fideria had the temerity to give me a reading assignment, which I really love. I'm really into that book. And Joe Ergo's here. Where's Joe? Joe is in taking charge of our Higher Learning Commission efforts, and it's very exciting. Tim, did I see Tim Garriger here? No, there's Tim, another dean back there. So, yeah, good. I don't know if they're here. I see one of them here, but I do want to thank our shared governance leadership, Tony Biscondi from the AAUP Faculty Union, Kate Budd, who's right over here, president of the Faculty Senate. Let's give her a round of applause. And is Tanya here? Tanya Farrell, these are the, where? She's not here. The provost and I meet with these leaders routinely and seek their advice on pretty much every major issue we have. We work pretty closely with their executive teams, and their leadership has been extremely important. In fact, they will be meeting with us next Friday, along with the board chair in retreat, to talk about enrollment and shared governance, and we really appreciate that. So it's important to to say as we begin this year, and I want to make sure you know how deeply appreciative I am and the Board of Trustees are to everybody in this room and everybody who works at the University of Akron for your steadfast commitment to our students, to the city of Akron, to this university, and to each other. Like all public universities, we have challenges, and we expect those challenges to continue, but we also, because of your work, have a lot of opportunities. Some of these opportunities are fairly substantial, and we'll hopefully, with your work, we've positioned the university to take advantage of them. But I want to just spend a few minutes giving you some evidence of why I can say that. Why is it that I believe we're on the right track? And I really do. I think this is going to be an exciting year. And I think the way you tell is to look at the opportunities and achievements of our students. And I just want to go through a few of these with you because this is really impressive. 97% of our graduates get a job or go to the military or head to graduate school. And this number is up. This was in 2021. This is up from 2019 to 20. The average starting salary of our graduates has risen in each of the last 3 years. In a recent survey, the University of Akron was 12th among research universities in the Midwest in salaries of female graduates of the age of 40, under the age of 40, and that number's just around $130,000 a year. One of the reasons for this is that about 80% of our students participate in some sort of internship, co-op, or some other form of experiential learning. Our students are also inventors and entrepreneurs. Our students from the College of Business placed 18th out of 134 universities in the National Collegiate Sales Competition. CEO Magazine ranks our UA MBA program in the top 100 globally in Tier 1 programs, and the online MBA is 5th in the country. Ohio State University, by the way, is 7th. I'm just saying. 4 of our engineering design team, Engineering and Polymer Science College design teams, won their competitions this year. The Zips Racing Group, the Akronauts missile team, those guys are amazing. They brought their missile to my office one day. I hope it. A civil engineering design team and a construction engineering design team. The University of Akron's online RN and BSN program is in the top 60 in the world. And currently, alumni work in every major hospital in the Midwest. The University of Akron Law School Trial Advocacy and Intellectual Property program, both ranked 40th among 40 schools, in the top among 40 schools in their respective categories, according to U.S. News and World Report. New students enrolling in the Honors College, the Williams Honors College offers some really exceptional opportunities, and the enrollment in that college has gone up every year in the last 4 years, including this one. This is the largest population we have. Fideria, they're all yours. The university's Emergency Management and Homeland Security Bachelor of Science degree continues to be the only degree of its kind in Ohio and was one of the first of the 3 available in this country. Students in our education program, 96% success rate on the teacher licensure program. School of Music, 100% placement of their graduates. The University of Akron is the first and only university in the state to offer a bachelor's degree in criminal intelligence analysis, which is in the top 25 intelligence analysis degrees in the country. And WZIP won the 222nd Intercollegiate Broadcasting System Award for a radio show about the UA's esports team and was nominated for 5 IBS awards. Our students not only achieve, they give back. Last year, 108 members of the law school graduating class donated over 10,000 hours of pro bono work in this community. This record of achievement and community commitment does not occur without you, without the work that you do, without every single member of this institution. No matter what you do, this is absolutely essential to create these programs, to deploy these programs, to make this campus safe, to make it work, to make it beautiful. And every member of this faculty, staff, and contract employees should be very proud that our students at the University of Akron are some of the best in the country and have some of the best opportunities in the country. So This is because our folks in enrollment services are working to recruit students. Our coaches work to build confidence and leadership. Our colleagues keep this campus looking beautiful. Our folks keep the computer infrastructure running, except that one time. But I'll forget it. The people who made the coffee and cookies here today keep this place running. The dedicated professionals who care for the health and wellness of our students, that's important to everything we do. Our students and faculty who sponsor student organizations help students get involved. Anyone who sent an email to a student this year asking them how they were doing has done a great service to this university. None of these achievements with our students happen without you, and the reason I wanted you to come today is so that we could say that to you and thank you for the work. And I love your dedication. We all love it. It's exceptional. This is a very special place. We're having a tangible and real effect on lives, and I want to thank you. Please give yourself a round of applause for this great work. Now, I want to, before I end, just say a few things about the future and moving forward, because we do have some challenges and we do have some opportunities, and no doubt we'll continue to have those. I really just want to highlight 4 things that are within our mission and vision. I want to say a few things about enrollment and student success. The future of this university, as we've said since I've been here, depends on developing and deploying a strategy to attract learners of all kinds to the university and giving them a chance to get a degree or a certificate. So we're going to focus on that this year a great deal. It's going to be the provost and I are pretty much all about enrollment this year. Succeeding in this is not just a matter of marketing. In fact, we've shown that we're doing a pretty good job in marketing with that. Because succeeding is understanding that because of the complex way in which learners make decisions, the university must deploy a nimble, responsive, and on-time recruitment strategy. Our new enrollment management team, which is led by Dr. Steve McKellips. Is Steve here? He's not here. He's out recruiting students. These folks have been working all summer to look at our practices in every part of our recruitment, enrollment, and retention cycle. They've examined our student debt patterns, our advising systems, the way we manage a student through their curricular programs. They've compared decades of enrollment data. They've looked at our marketing strategy. They've looked at national and regional trends. They looked at our sister universities in the state, and they've brought models from other universities here. And it's very, very clear that in order for us to reach our enrollment goals, which we believe are attainable, we're going to have to undertake some significant changes in some processes, and we're going to have to make these changes now. Now, we're not talking about changes in curriculum and program portfolio. Those are strong. People come here because they want those. We're talking about things that we do because we're used to doing them that simply don't match the way learners make decisions about which college they go to, how they pay for it, and whether or not they stay after the first year. These are ways of behaving and working that we can change. All we have to do is do it. And you'll hear a great deal about this in the coming months. So when you get a chance to engage with Steve and his group and others, engage, because everybody in this room has a role to play in enrollment, and we're looking at every activity. And if we start to make these changes in the way we process, the way we do our work, and the way we interact with students while they're here and before they come here, we can meet this enrollment goal. And as I said earlier, this will be the topic of our discussion at the fall retreat and next Friday. Let me just say a little bit about community partnerships. This is the University of Akron's an urban research university, and as such, we are exposed to virtually every major social and economic challenge in the nation. And in this role, I've said this many times, and I believe it deeply, we have a special obligation to introduce relevance, to seek solutions in our curriculum, student activities, research, and community activities. And many of our largest and most significant opportunities that came to us last year, and we hope come to fruition this year, turned around urban workforce and social challenges that are seen throughout the country, but are also seen here. And a number of these opportunities are in development. We have some that are coming down the pipe. One of the most important obligations we have is to civic narrative of reconciliation, healing, and community progress. In our extensive efforts to increase our safety on and off campus, around campus last year, resulted, remember, in the tragic deaths of 2 young people in Akron, one of them our students. Our responsibility at that time was to think about the way we interact with our community and to improve our safety profile, which I think we've done. This summer, we witnessed another tragedy in which a young person in the community lost their life in an event that resulted in civic unrest in downtown. In response to that event, because we are a university, and a public university and an urban university, we have partnered with the GAR Foundation, the Greater Akron Chamber, the United Way of Summit in Medina County, and the nonprofit Love Akron to establish a series of community healing and relationship building events sponsored at UA. We sponsored the first one last week, and I want to thank Paul Levy and our trustee Christine Mayer, who worked really hard with community constituents. We had every major leader in town at this meeting. The key is to learn to know each other better, to develop a civic discourse that allows us to make progress in some of these difficult issues. Get involved in this if you can, and please, I hope you are aware that the university is committed to being a thought leader and a convener and an honest broker in this great challenge that we have in American cities. I want to say just a little bit about transparency, innovation, and shared governance. I think we've made some progress in this area, working together to build some trust and collaborate for the good of the university. I think this is a process that you always have to work on. It's one of these continuous improvement things. We've worked with the University Council Budget and Finance Committee and developed a more direct way to display our budget, which the board is very appreciative of. And as you know, if you're a leader in a dean's position and others, we've developed a new budget process where colleges have more input at the beginning of the budget development. We're deploying systems to intensify communications with faculty and staff, including interactions with groups and the Board of Trustees chair. And I think Chair Jingo has shown this past year he's willing to come and talk to virtually anybody, and we're very excited about that. Next Friday, as I said, the leaders of the faculty governance, Kate and Tanya and Tony, will join us with Mr. Jingo and to talk about enrollment. And the reason we want them in the room is that we know this is going to be a community process. This is going to be the reward for our development of a shared governance process so that we can talk together and figure out how to meet this goal. I want to say again, as I've said every year at this time, I'm committed to good shared governance. I'm committed to excellent shared governance. It's tough sometimes, but it's almost always, in fact, it is always the best way to go, and I appreciate everybody's leadership in that regard. Finally, I just want to say last year, in my comments to you last August, I challenged you to bring us ideas, innovative ideas about how to do things better or how to do something different that would increase revenue and bring students or provide a community service that's not yet there. We had lots of these. In fact, remember, you send these to the University Council. They have a committee that works on them, and then we start thinking about how to implement. By the way, just as an aside, I give the same challenge to students in about an hour over here at Convocation. The one thing I'm going to ask them to do, I'm actually going to ask them to do 10 things, but the one thing I'm going to ask them to do at the end is, by the time they leave here, I want them to feel like they've changed this place in a positive way. And I hope we all feel that way. Whatever we do, we need to change this in a positive way. I'll just give you one example of this. Is Wendy Lampner in the room? Where's Wendy? Over. Wendy, get it up there. That's not a raising your hand. She brought us an agreement with Coursera. As you know, it's the leading provider of high quality programs, courses, and certificates from a consortium of major universities, which we have entered into with the university that allows us to interact with our curriculum paths to provide on-demand, high-quality certificate and coursework to workforce, to businesses in the country. She's developing this project now. We expect it to be, we're the first in Ohio to do this. This is a new business model from Coursera, and it gives us an opportunity to say to the community, we can give you any kind of major, serious postgraduate education in your field that you want. We've got access to our programs, their programs, or any combination of those, and we're very excited about this. So I want to thank you, Wendy, for that. And you'll hear more about it, and the business school is helping Cassie Kevin over there market this for us. I want to renew this call to you. An easy way to do it is to send me an email, or to send Paul an email, and we'll put it through the right path. Sometimes we can't do these ideas. Sometimes there are ideas that we have to start and wait for a couple years for them to mature. But you're welcome and you're encouraged, and we want you to give us the ideas we need to keep this university going. I stand in deep admiration of each and every one of you. I've never worked with a more committed or resilient and collegial faculty and staff. I've never seen a university take on such unprecedented challenges with such courage and commitment to its students and make progress. And I'm humbled and grateful to be here this time with you. This is my 4th academic year and the first actual normal fall that because I didn't come to October of the first fall. And when I walk around campus, I'm so excited about what you've provided for this community and this state and this nation. What's going on here is because of you. And I want to pledge to you, I'll do everything I can to work with you to ensure that we continue this bright future, that we get the students we need, that we move forward, and that you fulfill your professional goals as well. So thank you for coming over, and go Zips. And eat the food.